when we saw that Space Force, or I don't know, I didn't look into the guy come on with his uniform or on some random podcast. I was just like, nah, nobody's ever done anything like that. That was active duty, and nobody's ever. I mean, how dare anybody even mess with the plan in any way, shape, or form? I'm not naming names, and I didn't do my max research on the guy, but I just remember seeing that and saying to myself, damn, dude, everything's been perfect and beautiful. And just like, you want your 5 minutes of fame, and then where did it get you? Probably not too far, maybe a couple thousand fake views on TikTok or something. But at the end of the day, that really did bother me when that
Well,
happened.
the bad thing about that is it's a personal thing, and it's a bigger implicate. One, personally, you're violating your own oath to the Constitution, because the Constitution is the same Title 10, that we all, every veteran living right now, but every veteran, every memorial, right? Every veteran raise your right hand to Title 10. It's the same Title 10 that the president federalizes National Guard active duty. All right, so you can't say, well, I support the military, but I don't believe these guys, or I don't believe Derek and Ultra here. No, you can't say that, because it's the same Title 10. And you don't have to like it. It's like Captain Cal said, like, hey, you don't have to like it. I'm not telling you to like it. I'm just telling you this is what's happening, right? And so there's a violation of oath. Also, it just shows that someone's not up to current events, if you want to call it that, if you will. But the United States government, right, the continuity government, but the government has banned TikTok from all employees and staff of the U.S. government, and also universities. Universities have banned, every state, you can go to, it takes you a while to search it on Google, but universities are banning TikTok for their staff as well. If universities, and not all universities are, conservative. I mean, you think if the organizations, first off, and people, there's good in every organization, there's bad in every organization. Same with the military. All right. Just because you're in service don't mean that you know the military law. It don't mean that you have honesty, integrity, and things of the other characteristics of character that defines a soldier. But it's one of those where it's an oath violation. And then also, when you look at the national security is just that. You shouldn't be telling people what's going on. If TikTok is being banned from universities and also the federal government, why in the heck would we want a soldier on TikTok that the government has defined as China, the bad of China, taking the data, all right? And here you have a soldier telling how we operate, when and where and how and things of that nature. Now, the DOD, the Department of Defense, has uniform regulations, all right? This person was in multiple violations of Department of Defense uniform violations, also their branch regulations, and also where this person is claimed to be stationed, they have their own regulations as well for what you can and can't do in uniform, especially with politics. And also that branch also has a social media handbook because of where we are today. They have a social media handbook. That person violated every single uniform regulation from the DOD all the way to their branch, all the way to their base. All right. So it's a reflection not only of character and showing that they're trying to operate. That one of the regulations specifically says, if you are any way in capacity, showing people that you're speaking on behalf of your branch, all right, that this is how the Army feels. This is how the Marine Corps feels. This is how the Coast Guard feels. If you're any way, shape doing that, and you're not someone in that position, that's a complete. You could be court-martialed for this. So see, here's a person who claimed to be in 15 years, somewhere in there. If that was true and that wasn't someone who was lying and stealing valor, then this person is at risk of dumping all of those years, right? And I don't get mad at it in a different way. I think it's ignorant, and I think it's sad that we have that many people in the military who don't even know the very law that they're serving under is different than civil and federal, all right? And don't realize how close at risk they were. And I mean, just 2 days ago, a naval, another one, she was on duty for 3 months, had this leadership position, boom, axed. Okay, there's been over 125 commanders from captain, which was this person's supposed rank, captain to 2-star general. There's been over 125 relieved of duty since June 2017. That's Chapter 18 of the Law of War Manual. So it's it's a sensitive subject in a different way, though, because of the fact that we have so many people who served for the right reasons, this memorial bracelet right here, and died under the same military laws, died under the same military regulations, and upheld it for that reason. So that shows people right there that just because people are in the military doesn't mean that they have your goodwill at heart, your best interests at heart. There's a lot of people in the military who are using the military as a crutch for their secondary career. And I also find it kind of weird and really creepy that this person had a quote unquote was trying to have a secondary career like mine and yours that we had actual success in. And I hate using the word success, but you and I have had pretty good success in the music world. And this person has a secondary career that they're trying to boost. And I think that is an atrocity to all Americans. It's not for me and you. That's an atrocity to Americans that they're using their uniform to boost active duty, supposedly uniform, to boost their secondary career. And you wouldn't have time for that in the first place. You just pulled out your phone for too long when we were on duty. They're like, hey, put your freaking phone away. If you could even have your phone. All right. So, if you were have time to do that. And there's another prime example. A few years back, there was a female who was on TikTok that she was avoiding at 5 o'clock whistle. There, she was avoiding getting out and saluting the flag, and she made a laughing video joke about it. Yeah, I'm not getting out of my vehicle right now. We're supposed to step out and salute the flag, but I'm not. I don't know why in the heck someone thought that would be funny, but that person thought only her friends would see that. That bad boy went viral. She got court-martialed.